Ag Bioscience, the #1 ag tech podcast globally, is now available on video. Hear from leaders and innovators across food, animal health, plant science, ag tech, and agriculture. Mondays at 6 a.m. on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. While you're there, subscribe and leave us a review. It's the Ag Bioscience Podcast with Agronovis Indiana. Get more information at agronovisindiana.com.
The internet changed how we work. AI is changing what work gets done. A bank cut loan processing from days to hours. A student built an AI scheduler, improving on-time delivery from under 70% to over 90%. Most teams know AI matters, but aren't sure where to start. InAI is Indiana's statewide AI adoption effort, built with industry, academia, and community partners, helping you move from understanding to action. Visit inaiready.com.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Thursday, July 2nd, 2026. I'm Gary Dick. Axel Johnson, Inc., a New York-based investment company, says it has completed its acquisition of Fort Wayne Metals, though financial terms of the deal are not being disclosed. Founded in 1970, Fort Wayne Metals manufactures precision materials used in the medical device industry and other industrial applications. Fort Wayne Metals employs more than 1,600 people globally, and the acquisition is not expected to have a negative impact on employment, that according to the company in an email to Inside Indiana Business. Data Dump, the city of Hammond, announcing Wednesday that a development agreement for a proposed $7 billion data center project has expired. The agreement with Chicago-based developer Decennial was originally signed in June of 2025, but has seen repeated delays and extensions for the past year. Hammond Mayor Tom McDermott says he is disappointed the project is not moving forward, but says the city remains committed to attracting transformative economic development opportunities. Jasper-based Kimball Electronics is continuing its push to grow its medical contract manufacturing operations. The company has acquired Helvoet Polymer Technologies, a contract development and manufacturing organization based in the Netherlands, for $103 million. CEO Rick Phillips.
The geographic footprint offers future growth potential. With a strengthened presence in Europe, immediate access to the rapidly growing medical market in India, and a clear pathway to accelerate growth to our facility in Indianapolis.
You're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media Podcast Network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise@ibj.com to learn more.
The Metropolitan Development Commission in Indianapolis approved a special zoning district for data centers on Wednesday that includes some guardrails and reporting requirements.
Indianapolis development leaders are working to create a special use district for data centers. It would require data center developers to submit plans for water and electricity use and sources, noise levels and mitigation, and a decommissioning plan in the event the data center closes. Facilities could not be louder than 65 A-weighted decibels, which is a decibel scale that more directly reflects human hearing, at any time at and beyond the property line. A data center building would also need to be 400 feet from the nearest protected district, which includes residential areas, churches, and schools. Once online, operators of data centers within the proposed district would be required to submit an annual report to the Metropolitan Development Commission no later than January 31st of each calendar year, outlining the facility's energy and water consumption, noise compliance, and generator testing. Commissioners voted 5-3 in favor of recommending the zoning proposal to the City-County Council. Commissioner Brent Lyle, who has previously voted against data center requests, asked before the vote if the commission could pause the discussion to allow more time for city staff to consider recommendations from petitioners and a special resolution the council passed in May that called on the body to institute a pause on consideration of data center developments. City councilors will hear public comment on the proposal at the July 13th meeting of the Metropolitan and Economic Development Committee. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Indiana will be part of a new federal initiative called the Workforce Pell Grant program that will allow student aid to be used for job training opportunities. President Donald Trump's Working Families Tax Cuts Act created the program, which expands federal Pell Grants to short-term job training opportunities. The program launches immediately. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.